Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Went on vacation with the kids. Took my 3 kids to Florida on vacation for 5 days. Caught my wife on the Ring doorbell bringing a dude into the house on our first night away. She denied everything. She told me it was a new woman from work. However, it looked like a guy. I confronted her over the doorbell and she said it was a lesbian that was new to her clinic. However, strangely she suspiciously changes undershirts between times I'm seeing her on the doorbell letting the dog out. I was still very suspicious. I spent 5 days feeling sick around 3 teenagers and not wanting to mention why. Eventually, after 2 weeks of questioning, I busted open her phone. Found a 2-week hardcore sex romp where she was even emailing the a-hole videos of her masturbating in my living room. Their commentary is filled with very twisted sex talk. Almost all anal sex and S&M, no judgment if you're into that thing. Lots of talk about if I'm going to figure it out or not. Finally figured it out. Called the guy from her phone and called him a ducking asshole. We've been married for 10 years. She lost her son 3 years ago. And has been delving into alcoholism ever since. The guy is from AA and supposedly one of the leaders there. One of their main things is not to allow dating of people in crisis. Apparently to this moron it doesn't matter. Sick to my stomach. But nothing anyone can do about it. She's now asking for a divorce. Just sharing my misery. And praising the wonderful Ring doorbell system. Peace. Edited to remove an offending quote. Congrats. Life can get better now. You are still breathing. Document everything. Do backups. Get a lawyer. Get STD/STI tested ASAP. Everything aside, I'm sorry for your pain. Okay, it's very sad, I'm sorry. I think taking the kids was very nice of you. No matter how hard it is, watch your tongue around her. Do not call her all the names you're thinking. Just let her know no matter what happens that she screwed up losing a great guy. Do this by staying nice. It was all planned by her. It may be the biggest mistake of her life. Let that sink in with her by showing a great guy you have been and are. Lots I've screwed up thinking can come from losing someone and alcohol. Bite your tongue, stay nice, control your anger, let time help you with this and your decision. It's very hard, I'm sure. Don't let it destroy you. You both are going to learn from this and it's a hard journey, I'm sure. Been there also, good luck. I agree. Good advice. Hard to bite your tongue. Especially when the person didn't even come clean and I had to dig it out of her. She lost her son, is it yours too? And now she will lose her husband. She ducked up big time. Show her who's boss now. Brace for impact and say goodbye to half your shit too, by the way. Might wanna use her addiction against her in court so you get to minimize the damage. No, her son was through another parent. But I'm the one who had to tell her. And be there in the hospital with her 2 broken arms from a car accident. And deal with everlasting grief. Apparently living alone will solve the problem. Yeah, I found her release papers from rehab when I was looking for her social security number. Forwarded that to my lawyer. Low blow but necessary, I think. Unless something magic happens. I'm hoping for her to want to get out fast. And cheap. I invested in the house. She invested in tattoos. Hopefully a judge isn't clueless. Give her the divorce that she's asking for. Your life is about to get a lot better without her. Also, I don't know much about how the hierarchy in AA or any of these groups work, however, as you mentioned that he's a leader over there, so it seems like he used his power/authority. Check with the lawyer if you can either report him or can use it as a leverage in divorce to get a better hand. Also save all the evidence that you can. It may come in handy. Yeah, I'd like to post some of the videos on the subreddit. But I don't want to be that guy. I emailed everything to myself from her phone. Also sent a screenshot of the greatest hits to her mom and sister because they didn't believe me there was more to it than just a divorce. and took pictures of all the texts. Makes me sick, and I don't think it'll amount to anything. Just in case. I was going to put the whole story together from the Ring video to how I uncovered the whole story. It's almost kind of creative. You shouldn't stoop low. Posting her videos and photos will not make you feel better, and rather you will be an R for doing that. Don't do it. You need to divorce her ASAP. What I meant about leverage was the fact that you can make an agreement with her that you will not out her affair partner to their AA group or anywhere, and in return you can ask for full or primary custody as she's not in a state of being a good parent. Never ever post your soon-to-be ex's videos anywhere. You're gonna regret that. Yeah, I was joking. But good advice. Of course, that they exist could be useful as leverage, especially as she's a documented alcoholic as well. I said this in another comment. But in Massachusetts it is no fault divorce. Doesn't matter what you do. If I sign a contract to build your porch and I didn't show up, I could be sued. But get married and screw someone in the marital home. It's all good. Well, if you want to get technical, South Carolina has yet to pass a revenge porn law. Anyone knows how to get in touch with an AA-related ethics complaint number. In the Massachusetts area. Specifically Cape Cod. Not really trying to get revenge, but duck this guy. If you knew our life story, he's a ducking predator. I don't know about your life story, but I do agree he's a predator. That is the reason I mentioned him using his power/authority. What you really need right now is individual counseling so that you can work on your emotions and can be there for your kids. Lawyer, as he is the one who can help you with legal ways to get out of this mess. Your focus should be on your well-being and your kids. Check and check. I do feel like putting a check on this dude. Really bothers me that he's talking to her about AA as a way to get closer so he can screw her. Even if I'm not with her. You need to forget about this guy. You need to focus on your life ahead rather than focusing on him. Focus on how to give a good life to your kids. They should be your priority. He should do both. That guy shouldn't skate. Just expose her to your family, friends and working place. Get legal freedom. Destroy her reputation. She is thinking you're a fool and she's a brilliant person. Send that video to her AP wife and family. He's a douche. He doesn't care. She used to tell me all the bad things his wife used to say about him. Yesterday she told me they were going through a divorce, so her words can't be trusted. Underneath it all, it's just an alcoholic thing. The cheating and all that, it's just a symptom. By the way, that's the other part. He's also the dad of one of my stepson's friends. He is the dad of your stepson's friend. So he knows everything, including her son's death also. He is a monster and a family destroyer. No, he's got his head up his ass. You have to get rid of the cancer to live. Divorce her and live. Leave her and blow up the sponsor's life. That piece of shit shouldn't be trying to help anyone. Any suggestions? Not really this type of person. But I feel no sympathy for this guy. Find out who sponsors the group and make his actions known. If he is a leader in some capacity as you suggested, what he is doing is preying on vulnerable people seeking help. What a dick. You discuss with your attorney can tell you what can be done. Also, if your attorney says to just ignore him, find a new attorney. A good attorney, one who is on your side, will either know or find out. You do not want an attorney in name only who just has paralegals who do the cookie cutter, scheduled paperwork. Sad for both of them. His sobriety is not worth a hill of beans with that kind of behavior, and when it all falls apart for both it will be ugly. Trust me, you do not want any part of the train wreck that is headed their way. 2 dead batteries will not start a car, is the AA saying. That man's sponsor would have never allowed him to be involved in any way with a married woman, so he, and obviously she, is not working any kind of program. Keep your kids clear of that disaster and smile, good things are headed your way. Yeah, I agree, thanks. I didn't even think of this in terms of his sobriety. Trading one addiction for another is not a good thing either. Also, there is no leader in AA. See tradition number 2 from the AA 12 traditions. This gentleman, using the term loosely, is not practicing the principles, nor would he be considered a member in good standing. He may make such a claim, but he is still very sick and unwell. Visiting an Al-Anon meeting and sharing your experience would be a smart move. They will have much to say to help you deal with people who claim to be in recovery. Give her the divorce, tell her the kids stay with you, and fight for every penny you have, and leave her with nothing. Your kids are old enough, let them know what is going on, if they don't already, and move on. The woman you fell in love with is not the same person. Report the guy to AA, and have him removed from the program. In addition, if your state allows it, sue him for alienation of affection. Take care of yourself mentally and physically, and get into some hobbies while this is ongoing. If your kids are teenagers, they should be able to choose who they stay with. Good luck, hop. 2 are mine by a different wife. 1 is hers. Luckily I'm friends with the dad. So I'll still be able to have a relationship with him. Sick for the kid to deal with though. It is, but any drug or alcohol abuse is where this path of self-destruction leads to. I can never imagine the loss of a child, or any of mine, so that is painful and honestly breaks my heart when I hear it. Some people can manage pain more than others. One day she will wake up from her destructive behavior, and realize everything she lost and destroyed along the way. It is best to get out of the way, as the spiraling will continue until she decides she needs help. Yeah, good advice. It's just sad to be a part of it. And also ultimately the accident bonded me to her. It's almost scarier dealing with it alone. She's asking for a divorce? What is she going to do? Where is she going? Going to hang out with AP and the alcoholics? She's done with you and the kids and family? That's what I wonder. She can't stay sober with a family. I don't know how she's going to stay sober and a 2-bedroom. I think right now she's just trying to get a place of her own so she can explore her sexuality. I know in 3 months she'll be knocking at my door. But she's not going to know the code. So ducking sad. Are you fighting for the kids? She's in no shape to have them and care for them. No 2 are mine, 1 is hers. Apparently, I have no say over my stepson. But I'm friends with his dad. So I'll still have contact. Even if I avoid her. My dad was a mean alcoholic. Everything he did was for a drink. We would go fishing when I was a kid. But we had to go to the bar for drinks. Also, it scares me to think she's going to be alone with him. She's saying she's going to quit. So maybe. But I don't think living alone is a good place to quit at this stage. But, I have no say. She will be drinking and partying and the kid hiding. Advise the AA association of his conduct and honor her request for a divorce. But before all that, take the evidence to a divorce lawyer and see if you can get away with paying her nothing in the divorce, or us wanting a divorce to your advantage by getting a favorable divorce settlement. Mass is a no-fault state. Cheating is considered a pastime. In other words, it doesn't mean S. Married for 10 years and she's screwing some guy in the woods. And nobody gives a S legally. If she's in her affair fog and just wants out, then tell her you will give her a divorce if she does. And give her your list like no alimony and whatnot. If she wants out so bad, she might just sign just to be free and be with her AP. Hey, I know all about the crappy MA divorce laws. I know, what a joke. With the real estate market as good as it is, I'll have to be a real A to survive. If she wants the divorce, she should pay for it. The guy is from AA and the supposedly one of the leaders there. Anybody within AA you can report him to? I don't know enough about AA. Some people are saying there's not even a leader. I only know this guy runs meetings. Maybe you should visit one of his meetings and explain to everyone there what a pos he is and what he has done to your family. No wonder he is getting divorced. It may be worthwhile to contact his wife and give her any ammunition you have. She may also have information you can use. I think he's already divorced. And let me be clear, he's not doing this to the family, my wife is. He's just a pos that's abusing his position as a trusted helper. You are a stronger man than me. I would have already kicked his ass. Not because he was your wife's AP, but because he pursued her and used his position of authority to manipulate her into the affair. I am glad I live in North Carolina, where we are able to file alienation of affection lawsuits. The man causing the affair typically loses between $250,000 to $2 million in the lawsuit. We recently had a man awarded a $9 million judgment against his wife's AP. You are correct, your wife is the real problem, but many people have fallen victim to predators and had their lives ruined as a result. That being said, alcoholism is a horrible disease and will suck every ounce of life out of a relationship and destroy those around them. Damn, I'm going to move to North Carolina. That's the coolest thing I've heard all day. There are 6 states with alienation of affection laws on the books: Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah. It is used quite often in North Carolina. This is a perfect case, and the AP would lose his rear end. He wouldn't have a chance of not losing. Keep your head up, dogs, better things are to come, praying gesture. Don't be a sucker and run back. It's kind of weird I even have the desire to. And I kind of do. It's more about saving the family than her. Overall, she's a nice, friendly person. So this is only one part of her. I only can't imagine stressing out about every time she goes to an AA meeting or makes a phone call. I feel you, family is everything, praying everything goes good. Blessings and stay strong, brother, praying gesture. Why didn't she go with you? Complicated, but I was slow to make a decision and she said she couldn't take off work. Of course, the next week she took the day off for a sex romp. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.